Now, for those of you out there who, let me move my chair back a little bit here, man. I got this recliner in here, man, and I got to do some wire management in here, some tube management or something. If I don't feel like twining this stuff up, I'm gonna have to get some tubes in here for this. All right, so I've been telling y'all about how you can basically, I've been developing gray screen paints for quite some time. I go back, way back. I mean, talking about 9 years ago, 7 years ago, and so forth. So I used to make a lot of these gray screen paint products on the market. And yes, like I said, we didn't have screen paints that look paints out there that look like this. Basically, we were dealing with the bare silver screen, or we're dealing with um, just bare 1050. Now, usually when you have those products that are very, very light paints, they require to put black into them to tone them. To get that tone, that's all the black is used for, is just toning the paint. And then some people put a little glitter into it. Some people put a little silver into it. You know how they're going to put in some silver paint or glitter into it to make these products. So basically, at the end of the day, really all it is just basically black and white paint. And then either they put, like I said, black is considered to be the toner. How dark you want it, how light you want it. This music in the back is going to drive me a little nuts. Hold on for a minute. There we go. So as I said before, it's anytime you're doing gray screen paint mixtures, always you're going to have the base, which is pretty much either going to be like a really light gray, like this not never gray, more like the I can't think of it. The silver screen bare, which is a very light gray, or you're going to have either white, which is bare 1050, but the black paint is just used as a toner to adjust how dark you want it. So that's all it's used for. All right, so let's show you what we're going to be doing in here. So as I told you before, the Network Gray 773 is an extremely good match for 3D screen paints that we tested. Let me show you here. So under, I'm sorry, buddy boy, but we got to bring you up on this one. I don't want to bring you up on this one, but we have to bring you up on this one, both of y'all. The Network Gray 773 under our test was able to match Crow's Personal Mix and Metallica Mix and this the Cinemax or Cinemax Mix, I think it is. Yeah, all three of those with no problem. We got the demonstrations right over here. If I go over to you go to the site, you'll see something at the top that says more. See where it says fake projectors, hit that, and you will come upon the blacklist. So the blacklist basically shows what we found out about his particular product. These are the tests we did on fake projectors. I gotta put one in here too, the Bowmaster, with to put that in there. But at the bottom, you'll see this is one of the videos that we found. And in this video clearly shows the product being made out of a black and white mixture, which is the same way our product was made when we had under Digital One Crystal Screen Paint. We have made the same thing, except for Digital One was a little different. Same thing, we did bare 1050 or bare silver screen. Martha Stewart's Metallica collections, which is Metallica paints you had, mostly all silver. We would use the light silver, which was the best to put in there. And then we would put a little gold glitter or maybe a little silver in there to make the Digital One Crystal Screen Paint. That's how that was made. So if you go over here, you'll see, there it is. There is, let me get my camera, move up just a little bit here. There we go. So there you can see it's a black and white product. This is one of the things we requested for him to do, was to go in and do a demonstration based off this particular video. So that way he can show his customers at the end of the day that he's not selling them a black and white product. The problem you have here is when you're using a projector that has all these crazy enhancements attached to it. Number one, you're showing your screen off on a projector that's doing more for the screen than the screen's doing for the projector. And then on top of that, if it's a black and white paint that he's using at the end of the day, which he's showing back to his customers, you're clearly misleading them, because you're trying to show them that the demonstration that you're getting off the of your screen paint is coming from only from your screen paint. No, that's actually coming from your projector, and your product, like I said, at the end of the day, is nothing more than a black and white paint. So finding that out, we made that particular mixture, and we were able to go in and match his product to Network Gray 773. Also, we were able to make the product multiple times using just everyday white paint, which we use as super paint, and we use some black paint. We were able to make his products multiple times. So what I'm going to do is here, this is called our projector info page. If you go in here, you can get the information on the blacklist. Everything you need is on that page. Let me go over to, let me see. Let's go over to, we're out here anyway. This page, right there. Over here? And they were here, I'm not sure. That's comments, that's customization. We're doing some customization on our channel. Let's just pop over to here and bring up other channel. We had it there, just lost it. We need to bring up our videos. Actually, it should be right here. Yeah, it should be right over in here. All right, we saved this one already, so this is good. I'm gonna come back over here, come out of this one, and we're going to the new one here, and we'll put the link at the bottom. So you'll be able to save a lot of money. Now, like I said before, if we're wrong on this, completely wrong on this, and I don't want to be misleading to anybody, but like I said, we've done the test already, and the product does match right there. Let me see. I have to put you down here like this, buddy, but it is what it is. You have to do these tests. I need 6. All right, so put the link right there. That's where you guys can go in and get that information right from there on the page. You'll be able to see the network grade 773 that happened to match 3 of his screen paint products with no problem. That's our test we found out right there. So that's 3 of his screen paints. And again, that's the network grade 773. So like I said, it's a challenge because they need to come out and they need to test and show that their products don't match these screen paints, but we've been requesting this. We've been requesting this since last year, and they still haven't been able to back this up. So just to show you, they haven't been testing it since last year. There's no point in asking them any farther because they're not going to do it. But that'll show you right there easily how we were able to go in and we did the demonstration. We did color levels, white levels, the whole 9 yards. It matched perfectly. All right, so what screen paints can you get besides the network grade 773? Let's go pop over here to Sherman Williams. So this is network grade 773. This is the color of it. These are the different colors it comes in right here. This is pretty much all you would need right here to do it. And this would cost you around, we don't need all that. Come on out of there. Come on out of there. Sorry, people, I swear. I hate when I gotta click on stuff and stuff just leads me over to other stuff. Just need to get what I need to get from here. All right, so this is the network grade color scheme right here. Different colors you have for the interior colors right here. This is all you're going to need, literally, from this to be able to pull up what you want. The different colors. This is all you need right here. This will make all the gray screen paints that anybody makes. This will start from light all the way up to the darker version, which would be around the UV mix. UV mix would be somewhere in here. What Partey has would be between here, and all the rest of these right here would actually make every single one of their screen paints with no problem with the network grade 773. Now, if they think I'm wrong on this, I suggest you take this challenge because I'm about to put this challenge in today for you. This is called the Sherman Williams Network Grade 773 Challenge, and it's going to have the colors right here on the 235. 235 is the one that has all these different colors. I guess that's the color pattern. What call the color? I forget a name for what they call it. But this is what you need right here. This is all the colors that you will have right here that will come up. So you have one, these are the numbers right here. You will have the Cyberspace, which is a dark gray, that is 776. Web gray, which is the 775. Software, which I told you matches somebody's product, Partey's perfectly well. Software, which is SW774. Network gray 773, that's what we're using right now. Underneath that one, you have the lighter ones, which is actually gray screen. They got one called gray screen here at the bottom, 771, and one called online, which is 773. Everything in this category right here will match every single one of their screen paints. Every last one of them. And then you'll see at the end of the day whether or not if you're getting a house paint or you're getting screen paint. So I'm going to put this list in right now. Let me see, where are we at right now in this one right here? And just to show you, I'm going to come over here, not to be rude, but it is what it is. Now you see the color of that screen right there? That gray right there? That is the same exact color. If you go up on the wheel right here, it is between here and between here. These two right here. Same exact color. It'll do the exact same thing. Because they don't have any tests. Well, you don't do any tests against black paint and black fabrics like that. You don't do those tests. You don't do those tests against certified screens and fully lit environments. Your stuff could end up matching house paint if you have no way to back it up. So let's go over here and let's get these model numbers. So we got Cyberspace 773. See these colors right here? There you go. Perfect match. I guarantee to do the exact same thing. The exact same thing. And if he comes in and says, oh, it doesn't look like mine, well, you need to get rid of that $3,000 projector out of your environment because that's what's enhancing your picture quality. That's why you can tell your customers at the end of the day that my screen looks amazing, blah, blah, blah. No, it's coming from the projector. That's why you have a 1-year challenge over top of your head to remove the projector from the environment. And again, if they refuse to, it just shows you that, yes, it is coming from the projector only. So they don't have that capability. But at the end of the day, you could buy and do the exact same thing that product is doing just by following this particular form of screen paints we have in here. Anywhere from the darker, which should be somewhere around the UV mix, anywhere this is the Frankenstein right here. And over here, this is software gray. That's Partay's product right there. So we know already from the door just by looking at it. I wouldn't be surprised if these were your products at the end of the day. I wouldn't be surprised. And these would cost you $23 a gallon. Now, like I said, for them, all they would have to do is just go in and do the challenge. That's it. I'm gonna put all these down for you guys, and that's it. The color strip is $235. So all you got to do is ask for color strip $235. You can get all of it in one hit, but I'm just gonna go in and put them in one by one. If they want, they're more than welcome to do the challenge. Mind you, from the Network Gray 773, we were able to match 3 of his screen paint products with 1 gallon of that paint, 3 of them. This is what we found out from the Sherman Williams 773 when putting against 3 of his products. They matched perfectly with no problem whatsoever. This is from our test results. And like I said, at the end of the day, I gave him the opportunity to go in and do these tests himself. He refused to do these tests, which clearly shows that, yes, they do match this product. 3 of them. This is with no glitter, no silver, straight out of the container. Done. That's it. Look at the color. We even did the color pattern. Blue, green, red. We ran everything. White levels, contrast levels, color patterns. Every single one of them match perfectly to the product. Oh, that black screen is our technology, by the way. No matter what color we chose, it matched. With no problem. Match with no problem. Yeah. So yeah, we were able to match 3 of those. We matched the Metallica mix, Personal mix, and Cinemax with just the Network Gray 773. That's it. That did 3 of them. If you're looking at the darker mixes of Frankenstein, the Frankenstein is right there. Web Gray is the Frankenstein. Cyberspace would be more UV mix at the end of the day. Software gray would fall, I would say the Frankenstein would fall in the range of web gray and software gray. These dark areas right here. Partays definitely runs in software gray. We know that right from the door. The minute I looked at the wall and I see that thing bounce off the wall, I was like, yep, that's software gray. That would match that product perfectly fine. Anything we find that comes close to matching the wall. And mind, the network software gray is a little off. Its color is a little off, which when we saw a match, even if the color off, it's still going to match. Not a problem. He still hasn't explained that one yet. I'm still trying to figure out how come he hasn't explained how in the world does your theater wall end up matching your matching the screen that you just did all that work on at the end of the day with saying it needed this whole process. Yeah, so we need to put these in right now. I'm gonna go to my video right here. We're gonna put in each one. That's a link below. So that whole video strip you saw, that's where you're going. So you're going to our website, hit that link, and that will show you all our test findings on this product. Because the reason why you ended up on the blacklist, number one, you have a video floating around. Well, you don't have a video. We have the video, but it is floating around. We just posted a couple of forum sites. The guy who gave us all those hits, he's going to post it pretty soon as a warning of telling people be careful. Because at the end of the day, you refuse to do the test. We give people plenty enough time before we start posting their stuff. We give them plenty enough time. Go in and back it up. Show us at the end of the day that this is not your product. If we're wrong, we'll remove the videos, everything, all that'll be gone, and we'll issue an apology. But guess what? They've never backed it up. You know what they do? They go on vacation. That's what they do. When they're faced with things that they can't handle, they go on vacation. And this is what I find disturbing about this video is the fact that you had your lights on. This is posted. We had your lights on, but I'm thinking at the demonstration, everybody in the forum site we were talking about, like, I thought he was going to have the lights on through the whole video to show exactly that the screens could take in that kind of light. You turn them off. I still can't understand why you turn them off. But this color reacts the same way. This actually blends into a white screen quite nicely, very nicely to a white screen. I don't even know what. I'm not even going to listen to it because I don't have time to burn any more brain cells out. I burned enough of those out going through a website. But this is just to show you that it goes through all that explaining just to go in and turn the lights out. What was the purpose of having them on to begin with? It doesn't make any sense. So everybody was sitting there in the forum site scratching their head like, what do you turn the lights out for? And I was like, I have no idea. I didn't put your audio up. Your audio's not in there. We did it with no audio, nothing. We just are just showing people what you have displayed here. So no one can figure this out. And he goes and he turns his lights out. You know why you turn your lights out? We already know why. Because those lights right there would have washed your screen out. That's why you had to turn them off. That's why. You had to turn them off. That would have washed your screen clean out. So I guarantee that screen paint we just showed you up there, that network gray, any of those, blend right into that screen with no problem. If you wanted to outperform that screen, just go get that software gray. Software gray will definitely outperform that. It's a darker tone. You see how badly the image is washed out? That is pretty bad. That's why you had to turn the lights out. Look, turns the lights out. What was the point of turning them on to begin with if you were just going to turn them off again in the dark? That's where you're going to be at, people. That's pretty sad. That's pretty sad. And we're over here doing what? 3 screens at the same time? Are you kidding me? And you're sitting here in the dark doing demonstrations. Oh my goodness. I don't get this, man. I'm scratching my head on this one. You can just, if you're going to be going down this road, this is what you're going to be going through at the end of the day. just do the Sherman Williams. And if they feel at the end of the day that we're wrong on this demonstration, then there's a Sherman Williams challenge attached to it. Go and take the paint, match each one of them to the color of the product that you are selling, and show a difference between night and day. Do that at 13 feet away from the screen. You don't need to be sitting up on top of the screen to show a difference. You should be able to do that way at 13 feet. I don't care what projector you use. That stuff is going to match. So there's the screen coming down right there. Your environment is way too dark for demonstrations. Never should be that dark. Now he's going to tell you in this demonstration, he's supposed to show you a difference between the white screen and the gray screen. We already posted this. And asking people, do you really see the difference? Everybody we saw that demonstration said, no, we don't see a difference. The only time they show a slight difference is when you show a contrast, of course, because that screen's a little darker. Other than that, your screen is definitely matching a white screen. So if that's the case, I mean, you're going to get a slight little difference in mine. You're not going to be sitting that close to the screen anyway. You're really not going to notice a difference. His camera is way too close to the screen. He's supposed to be farther than that. You need to be behind that sofa, to tell you the truth. You're way too close to your screen. Now, tell me, you see a huge difference between here and here? Where is the huge difference at? Look at this. Where's the huge difference? I hate to say it, man, you are definitely colorblind. There is no real difference. The only difference you're going to see is the contrast levels. That's it, because the screen's slightly a little darker. But then again, I could do that, like I said, easy with anything. Now look at that. Tell me. You're seeing a difference there? Only difference you're going to see is a slight little bump in contrast. But other than that, the minute that color pops onto that screen, you can't tell one from the other. And I know those motorized projection screens because we have them here. They're $68 on eBay. That's what they cost, 68 bucks. So you just watch a $68 motorized projection screen pretty much match your screen, and your product costs how much? 80 bucks. Now here, I'm going to break this down real quick. Here, you're going to see a slight difference. As I said before, due to the fact that his screen paint is darker, it's going to have a slight bump when it comes to contrast. That's basic common sense. Between you and Partey and you guys discovering stuff, it's almost like these guys just figured out that actually water exists. When everybody on the planet knew it's been here for years, they go, oh my goodness, I just saw something the other day. It was interesting. Really, water? It's been here like forever. It's basic common sense, man, that any screen that's actually slightly darker than this, you can take the same Sherman Williams network gray and do the exact same thing. It will always give you a better one, a better contrast level, due to the fact that anything is going to produce a contrast level higher than a white screen if it's slightly darker. Anything. Digital One Crystal Screen Paint, Sherman Williams, whether it be software grade, the software grade would do the exact same reaction. Nothing new at all. You can't have the screens matching each other on certain levels. They can't match. There must be a difference between night and day. But anybody can do that. You can take about 4 tablespoons of black paint, put that in the white paint, get the same reaction, do the same thing. But this is what's hurting you. I can't believe you actually posted this demonstration. That white screen is blending into your screen. Definitely blending into your screen. You explain that nonsense. That's freaking crazy. Look at that. No difference. Lights out, you really can't tell one from the other. So where's the difference though? Where is he explaining that there's a difference? Because I'm not seeing it. Neither did the 3,000 followers that popped up in my other account. Didn't see it either. Where's the difference? Yeah, good thing you blew up. Where's the difference at? We're gonna pause right here. Where is the difference? Where are you explaining this? I gotta hear this. I gotta hear how in the world is this person trying to convince people that this doesn't look like this, that there's a huge difference. I gotta hear this one. I don't like to play people's voices, but I gotta hear this one. We got speakers running through what? I gotta hear what kind of nonsense he just drove up on. He just threw up on camera. He's trying to tell you that this white screen and this are two different things. You can see a difference. Again, yeah, you're not gonna be able to see a difference. Just oh my goodness, man, dude, you really gotta stop doing these big demonstrations. That is really sad. Oh, it's sad. It's really sad. There's no difference in that one. Ooh, this is hot. I like this one right here. I gotta hear this. I gotta hear this whole video. I gotta hear it. I gotta hear this crap. I gotta hear. I'm sorry. I don't mean to call it crap, but come on, look at that. You mean to tell me seriously? How many of you people saw this demonstration? That's what they're laughing about on the forum sites right now. They're trying to figure out how many people bought into this. Because you people are what they call you people at the end of the day. What's the word for it? Oh yeah, sheep. That's what they call you guys, sheep. They're laughing at you, literally laughing at you. Who in their right mind, you can't tell the difference? You think these are both, wow, you gotta be kidding me. Y'all cannot be, that tells you a lot about, no, the only thing I can think about, no. I can't even give the credibility of people who might not know anything about projection screens, because even that would tell you from the door that if you can't see the difference between, if you can't see that those two look alike, at the end of the day, yeah, you definitely deserve what you got at the end of the day. I have no idea how in the world you could, wow. There's no way to explain it. That's like the same people who go on there and read through the description on his website and go, oh yeah, 2 quarts of pay can go into a 300-inch screen. Yeah, these are the kind of customers they love at the end of the day. You guys are perfect. There's no way in the world you're going to tell me this is a white screen. Here, this is a white screen, and this is your product, and there's supposed to be a difference between here and here. Where is that coming in at?
On top, it's all kind of grayish and stuff. So those are the black levels at this white. So, let's see if I can. Alright. So you see the rock on top? It's all kind of grayish and stuff. So those are the black levels that this white screen is producing. Where in the gray, you can see that the grays up here actually they get that black level depth where you need that contrast. Everything is better, sharper images, just darker, better.
Oh my goodness. You did not just say that on freaking YouTube. He just said that you get sharper. White screens don't produce contrast levels. They don't have that capability.
All right. So, let's see if I can. Right. So you see the rock on top? It's all kind of grayish and stuff. So those are the black levels that this white screen is producing. Where in the gray, you can see that the grays up here actually they get that black level depth where you need that.
First things first, Jamie. Let me explain something to you. You see this section right here? This is darker because of the freaking video play of the demonstration. The demonstration is producing that black level here because that's the color of the rock in the actual video, not your screen at all, period. If that was the case, you see back here, where it's dark in this canyon here, where it's dark in this canyon here, it's producing the same level here that it's producing right here, the same level here that's producing right here. You clearly did not point that out at the end of the day, did you not? At all, period. The top of this rock here. What about this section right here? That's dark over there. It's dark all along this section right over in here. It's the exact same color here that it is right over here. But you point at the top of the rock where it's light at and says, look, see the difference where it's lighter here and it's darker here? You can see the contrast in here. Are you missing this? Are you not seeing this whole section right here that is clearly matching this right here with no problem whatsoever? Even over here, we can see the water gets dark here and here. It's matching right over here. But you sit here and you point to the top of this. Oh my goodness. This is the reason why I don't listen to his videos at the end of the day. That is, I'm sorry, people, but I'm trying to be patient here. But I'm sorry. That is the dumbest thing I've just heard in my entire life. You mean to tell me you're watching this video and you're sitting there thinking, he makes a good point there. I hope you don't operate heavy equipment. I hope you don't even drive at the end of the day. I hope you stay put in the center of your house because that's where you need to be at, because everything potentially around you could kill you at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, you shouldn't even be operating an oven. I'm not talking about him. Generally, he shouldn't be, but his customers shouldn't be. How in the world did you look at that demonstration and think that right there at the end of the day was something that was explaining something to you that was physically with any form of logic behind it? Wow. To individuals who bought the screen paint based on this demonstration alone, I have a bridge over in New York City. You could finance it for around $3,000 a month. I'll let you get the first month for free. Good gracious. I heard the term there's a sucker born every minute, but I think I want to go with a second on this one.
That contrast, everything.
We got to play audio on this one. We got to. They got to hear this one.
It's just darker, better, and the color's still there. It's not completely like ugly. So if you.
So wait, you don't even explain stuff. The color's not ugly?
Just darker, better, and the color's still there. It's not completely like ugly.
You don't even use proper terms and explain it exactly. You don't even, oh my goodness. We've got to watch this whole thing now. I've got to hear this one. I don't know if it's worse. Hearing, no. Parte may be worse. The delivery system of water and polymers and all that other nonsense. That's, yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to give you guys a Sherman Williams challenge today. We'll see. Let me see. I need this unit off. I'll be back. That's stupid. Understand this. This is nothing to do, because I don't want them to think that, oh, he's coming after us because no, it has nothing to do with that. You guys, we're coming after you guys because you guys are liars. You mislead people at the end of the day. That's why we're coming after you like this. It's hard because you mislead people. You lie on camera constantly all the time. You don't back up jack at all. We back up everything we do over here. Just like if I sit there and tell you that, hey, look, I can't tell you that 32 ounces is going to paint a 150-inch screen. Can't tell you that. We physically have to paint that screen so you can see it. You watch me painting 20 ounces into a 100-inch, 32 into 150-inch, and a 48 ounces into 180 inches. We back it up over here. We just don't talk it and that's it. No, you back it up. I don't have no idea what you're talking about in these demonstrations.
Okay. I'm going to be doing a video. Somebody recommended me to, if I could do this for them. Shout out to John. Thank you. So what he suggested is for me to actually compare typical white screen versus my mix. This is a UV mix. This is a darker mix. This is not the IV mix or the personal or the infinity mix. None of that. Or the hybrid. None of that. So it is darker than your typical white screen, which I have up there. Alright. So he wants me to do three things. He wants me to test it out. It's just a black screen with lights off, actually, and to see the blacks on a white screen.
If your screen is a darker mix, the light should be on automatically from the door. Dark screens have the ability to be able to cancel out light and absorb light at the same time. Like what we have going on over here. That screen over there is absorbing light and basically canceling light at the same time. If I stick a white sheet of paper up there, it's not going to match any one of those screens up there. Never ever should match. All right. We're not going to listen to this because at the end of the day, it doesn't make any sense at all, period. Your lights are supposed to be on and your screen should never ever match at all, period. This isn't much of a difference right here at all, period. That's not much of a difference at all, period. That should be completely washed out. And that's not dark. And I don't even know what your UV mix is. Man, you're mixed up here. The UV mix we have over here is way darker than that. On top of that, consider the fact that the Frankenstein and that's the Frankenstein UV mix, they're not too far off. They're easy to match. We figured out exactly what's in the UV. We can definitely figure out what goes on into Frankenstein. As I said before, we got on the Sherman Williams over here, that network grade, that whole entire setup in there would match every last one of those with no problem. Wait a minute. I want to come in here and look at this right here. And how you're explaining how the difference, there is no difference in between. The same the white screen is pulling up a little bit of a contrast, but it's still blending your screen. It's not supposed to blend your screen, especially if that's a darker mix. Should never blend your screen. That is not good. It's never supposed to blend your screen.
Okay, I'll pause it there. Alright. Alright, so, see if I could cancel that. Alright. So, you see the rock on top? It's all kind of grayish and stuff. So those are the black levels that this white screen is producing. Where in the gray, you can see that the grays up here, actually, they get that black level depth where you need that contrast. Everything is better, you know, sharper images, just sharper, better, and the color's still there.
Your vocabulary is filled with sharper and better images. Do you explain why? Do you break it down and explain why? Oh my goodness. First things first, both screens are displaying the exact same level of contrast level. It's surprising the white screen is actually producing that, but a white screen is going to produce a better contrast level because it's in the dark. There's no difference between one over the top or the bottom. If you look at the bottom area, that is just physically the video itself. If you pull the screen all the way down, you'll realize that the same level you have here is going to pop up here also. That's not coming from your screen paint, that's coming from the actual video. That's why it's displaying here to match here and here to match here. If it was a difference, this would be completely whited out. You would not be to see it at all, period. If your product was doing something different. Like when we do the demonstration in a dedicated room, we bring the screen down, you see where it becomes red, you see where the other screen is completely washed out, everything is washed out, and that black screen hits it, that's what you're supposed to be displaying. It's never supposed to match, ever not supposed to match, especially if you're using a darker technology, shouldn't. So no, complete fail. And then how he explains it.
It's not completely ugly. So
not completely ugly.
You know, you get a good quality, dark, beautiful, balanced picture when you get like an ugly.
Now that would have been a perfect term to use, unbalanced. Completely again.
Alright. Let's do another one. Let's go here. Let's go here. This is a bright down there. And right away you can see, guys, even in a dark semi room,
just tripped over. See his pausing and his wording. He's pausing because he even realized himself that the white screen is blending into his screen. You can hear how he pauses in between each time. In a dark semi room, this room is dark. There is no semi to it.
But
listen to this.
And right away, you can see, guys, even in a dark semi room,
I noticed that you laugh. And this is just basic. When you go to a business meeting, you have to be to read your people that you're basically working with every single day. Everybody has a telltale sign, especially when they get nervous. There's certain things that they do. You laugh in between when you're talking. It shows when you pause, you slow down because you get confused, and then basically you try to recalibrate and you laugh a little bit to try to cover up the mistakes that you just made in your presentation. Right here, that white screen is producing a much better image here. And you notice that. You notice that the minute when that greenery popped, those people on the bikes, that's when you started to break down. Right there. You can hear it in your voice.
And right away, you can see, guys, even in a dark semi room, you guys can see a huge difference.
Yeah, I can see a huge difference. A huge, massive difference in going out and buying a $68 white screen. So if your product looks that close to a white screen, then next to network grade 773 would be an equal blend. That's how we know your product would match house paint easily.
Guys, even in a dark semi room, you guys can see a huge difference.
Yeah, there's no huge difference, Carl. I'm sorry, but there isn't.
Man, that's what I want to tell you. The only thing you're getting, when I was trying to explain to you on emails, this is what you're only getting. You're just getting brightness. That is it. You're not getting a good balance for your projector.
Okay, this is coming from a person who can't even match his product next to network grade 773 and can't do a 1-year swap on it, 720p. No balance at all. Yeah, I don't see any problem here, to tell you the truth, at the end of the day. If you were, this is a white screen. If you were to take a network gray, which has a little tone of black into it, it'd have blended your screen perfectly.
Even, and I know you have the ultra short throw. He has a.
Look at that. Look at that. That's just freaking, no, dude. Where would you see a difference in that at? Tell me where. Tell me where you would see a difference. There's no difference in that. I'm going to screenshot that. We're going to post it over on the other site and tell people, can you see a difference between the white screen and the gray screen? You can't see a difference in that. No way in the world. You're doing the exact same thing. So that being a white screen, just think what would happen if you just add a tint of gray to that. You'd blend right into a screen even more. There's no difference here and there, and with the gray screen, yeah, UV to match the contrast levels. The only difference here is that the gray screen, yeah, the white screen is matching everything. The only difference is if he pulls a contrast level, he's going to show a slightly little difference. But if someone were to take, like I said, black and white paint and put about 3 or 4 tablespoons into that, you would easily have the same tone here and here, and they would both match with no problem. That's why the Sherman Williams was able to match his product, because the Sherman Williams has some black into it. That's why. But there's no difference.
That Optima 5600 Ultra Short Throw. It's I think it's 3,500 lumens. I think it's bright, I guess.
Man, I'm telling you, you're something else. And at the end of the day, there's no, the benefits of a great projection screen. Where am I seeing this at? They look exactly the same. Exactly the same. Same greenery here. You have over in here, same mist. Everything looks the same. Everything. Where is your huge difference?
I think it's 3,500 lumens. I think it's bright, I guess. That's what he was telling me. But there you go, man. I have the Optima. ultra shorts or P1, 3000 lumens.
There's no difference. Not one. Nope. You just match the white screen, literally.
See here, which pick.
Look at this. Look at the black level here and the black level here, here and here. No difference at all. Not any difference at all.
Which would you rather have, man?
Where is the difference between here and here? None at all. Nothing, not a thing. Just by looking at that, easy to be able to match your screen. Anyone that Sherman Williams would match your stuff. If you're struggling that hard with a white screen, especially in the dark, at that, you should have an advantage point over that screen in the dark, a big time advantage point. And you're struggling that hard, yeah, any gray screen paint would match that. You can tell just by looking at that at the end of the day. Mine's doing that whole demonstration in the dark.
And look, you're gonna be surprised. You want to see my brightness on this thing? Because I know.
Does it make a difference what your brightness is on, what your contrast? It doesn't make a difference. Your screen just blended. A white screen. Literally, you blended it.
He wanted me to show him. He thought I had my brightness all the way up. I have it minus 14. Forgot the one. Alright, I have it minus 14. There you go. That's my brightness right there, guys.
You're at minus 14. Our projectors come in at minus 9. And then we're in fully lit environments and max out zones. The fact that you had to turn the lights out, it's not a good sign. That's the first bad sign right there. Second, you're matching the screen with no freaking difference, with no huge difference whatsoever. You're sitting way too close to the screen for the demonstration. If you pull back the official length you need to be back from the screen, you still wouldn't be able to tell the difference. You can't tell the difference if you're sitting right up on top of the screen and the screen is bone white and you're still blended in. There's no massive difference. So you mean to tell me this entire motorized projection screen would cost you around $68? So that's what I paid for mine. I can tell by the unit you have right here is the same one we have over here. Then paying $89 for screen paint. Then you learn around to turn around and still spend the money for the motorized projection screen to stick it to. You might just do a motorized projection screen.
Because he thought I had it up to like, I don't know how his is. He goes, do you have it up to like 25 or something? I go, no, man. I don't even get close. I don't even have it halfway. And he's like, what? And I go, yeah, I'll show it to you when I do the demo.
See how he goes into the what? And so and so and so and so. Like someone's surprised, like he's doing something great too. You're matching a white screen. You're not supposed to match that screen at all. No level. We don't even match gray screens. We don't even match certifieds at the end of the day. And you're matching this. Yeah, you can do the same thing with Sherman Williams. The same thing. Exact same thing. Look at this. You can do the exact same thing with Sherman Williams. It'll do the same thing. At $23 a gallon.
What's up?
Look at that. Are you freaking kidding me? Wow. There's a huge difference. Where is the huge difference? They're both producing the same blue, the same orange. That's basically about it.
Details there. Orange is there. Look at that.
Orange is right here too. It's right here. If you go back, it's showing the orange and the detailing of the screen. I don't know where in the world what you're seeing at the end of the day. How are you not seeing this is orange? Are you colorblind? This is actually orange right here. This is orange right here. This is blue here. This is blue there. They're both showing the exact same color, the exact same orange. Where am I seeing the difference at? This is why you got to be careful when people do demonstrations, because they're misleading at the end of the day. That is a definite misleading demonstration. You sat there on camera explaining to people the difference or the benefits of a great projection screen. The white screen's doing the exact same thing. Where is the difference at? This is why you have to be careful about people who mislead you about their products. There is no difference in that. No, there's no difference in that at all, period. I don't know where in the world he's coming up by saying there's a difference. There's no difference in that. Show me where there's a difference. We're going to put this on the forum site. We're going to have about 80 people, 8,200, maybe 3,000 people. Who knows what's going to pop in there, but like I said, we get quite a lot in there. And we want them to show me where you're seeing the difference between the white screen and the gray screen. You show me where you see this difference. We're going to have to post 3 demonstrations today. We're going to Sherman Williams. We're going to redub this video. We're going to put it out there. We need to put this onto the forum site. Show me where you see a difference. They're both producing the same blue, same orange. But this is what he says in the demonstration. He says, oh, it's completely different. Where is it completely different? That's up close. Where's the difference? They're both showing the same thing. So if I went out and got myself a cheap white screen, probably about 14, 15 bucks, and I stick it next to this product at $89, you're not going to be able to see a difference between the two at all, period. Same thing. Show me where the massive difference is.
Details there, orange is there. Look at that. It's nice. The difference is I get really nice black levels.
My goodness. You get, okay, forget it. We're not going down that road. Again, gray screen paint does not have the ability to pull a contrast level on any level you can possibly think of. They don't pull it. A gunmetal could run over that with no problem. If that's your darkest product, we could run over that with no problem whatsoever. There's gunmetal darker than that.
And you cannot use the same calibration I have, guys, and a lot of people are gonna, like, when you share your calibration. If you don't have the UV mix, I can't share it because they won't work for you. Does it make sense? It will not.
So you're telling people that if their projector is not calibrated, oh my goodness, I don't know what to worse, you or that other joker. What did you just say in that demonstration? This is why you can't go to the professional forum sites. You cannot talk this nonsense over there. They will laugh at you at the end of the day. Add that, they might even taunt you. Might even kick you out of the room. What did he just say in this demonstration?
If you don't have the UV mix, I can't share it because they won't work for you. Does it make sense?
So he's saying that bottom line is his projector is calibrated. But he's saying that he can't share to you how he calibrated the projector because it won't work. It only works in the UV mix only. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. If you calibrate a projector, it's going to work on just about anything you throw up against it. It's not going to have you a special screen that's only going to work with that particular projector for calibrating. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. No, that is not possible. Oh my goodness. You guys just make it up as you go along, do you not? We'll play that one back again. We just said.
If you don't have the UV mix, I can't share because they won't work for you. Does it make sense? It will not. Really nice black levels. And you cannot use the same calibration I have, guys, and a lot of people are gonna, when you share your calibration. If you don't have the UV mix, I can't share it because they won't work for you.
So if you don't have the UV mix, he can't share with you how to calibrate the projector because it won't look the same. Again, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. The dumbest thing. Every time when a professional company brings in a new screen, whatever it may be, they bring a professional in to calibrate that projector for that particular setting for that screen. No matter what it is, you can calibrate whatever projector you want to match whatever screen they bring in there. That's why they bring that guy in there to do that, professional. I've seen them do it. In different sites, places where I went at, where they were basically setting up for doing our demonstrations, they would bring in, and I don't like calibrated projectors, but that's how they do things at the end of the day, so I'm not going to argue with how they do things. As long as they pay me, I'm good. But at the end of the day, they would bring this guy, would come in, he would be some kind of technician, and for every screen they brought in there, he would calibrate the projector for that screen. So you're telling people that you can't show them settings because the calibrations that you have on your projector only apply to the UV mix only. They can't be applied to anything else. That's stupid. Good gracious, man. You guys got to stop watching Star Trek and using crystal meth because that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. I don't care if you're bothered by that. It's stupid. I've never heard that before in my life. You mean to tell me that you have to have a special screen paint in order to use those calibrations? First things first, any screen they put in there and they bring it to the environment, they always calibrate the projector differently. Always calibrate the projector differently. My goodness.
Does it make sense? It will not actually work for you, so it's a waste of time, and your picture's gonna look probably off because of that. So that's
the fact that you just admitted that you use we know you use calibrated projectors. So pretty much your picture's gonna look off anyway. If you're doing a demonstration on a P2 projector that has a 2:1 contrast ratio, anyone that has anything under that is still going to be off. If they don't have the same color capability your projector can put up, they're still going to be off. If you calibrate the projector, they're still going to be off. What are you talking about? And he wasn't using the P2 on any of the Optima at this particular time. But with the projector you're using right now, yeah, they're still going to be off. They're not going to match the same image as the projector.
That's the reason, like, if I ask you.
But you're talking about you have to calibrate. Listen to what he's saying. You have to have that special paint in order for him to calibrate the projector. Your screen is matching a white screen. Oh my goodness. I swear, between you and Partey and that backsplash nonsense, yo, check this out over here. Tell me that's not freaking cool. I'm freaking loving this right over here. Anyway, so as I said before, the white screen is not. Okay, so your projector is calibrated, and it's calibrated for that particular screen paint. That's what you're saying, right? And it's not going to work on any other screen paint. So how do you explain the fact that the white screen is blending into your screen? You're saying the product only works with the UV mix, right? The calibrating only works with the UV mix. They bring out those heavy black levels. At the end of the day, your product is slightly darker than the white screen. How about you do this? How about you make a screen paint or buy one of the Sherman Williams that comes close to matching your screen paint and then do that demonstration in contrast and show a difference between the two. That's what you need to do. Because if he does that against a white screen, he's going to have a vantage point. If I go out and I take 4 tablespoons of black paint and I put that in the white paint and I make a darker or grayer mix and I put that against a white screen, that darker mix that I make is going to have the advantage point because it's darker than the white screen. Anything that has any black in it that's darker than a white screen is going to have an advantage point to show a contrast level or somewhat like slight contrast level, you know what I mean? Not black, black, black. But anyway, yeah, anybody, you don't have to calibrate a projector to get those shades. You just have to darken the paint to get those shades. That's all you have to do. That has nothing to do with the projector. Now, if he's talking about he calibrated his projector to get those darker levels, then how do you explain that that screen over there being white is blending your screen? Yeah, you don't, people got to think when these people are talking. All that giggling and mumbling in between, it don't make any sense. But we can hear you crystal clear over here. So calibrating didn't change much here at all. And if you're talking about because your screen's pulling up a darker level, it's pulling up a little bit of a darker level, like I said, because your screen is slightly darker than the white screen. Therefore, you're going to pick up a darker shade of a black level. Now, if you take two screens that look exactly like yours, so you take Sherman Williams, as I said before, and you put it next to your screen, and they both look exactly the same thing, and you do the demonstration, your screen picks up a slightly higher contrast level, then we can see that. And mind you, you can't be on top of the screen. You have to do that at around 13 feet back when you do the demonstration. And you have to show a massive difference between night and day. Like when I take your screen paint and I stick it against my wall and I produce red, you can see your screen wash out where our screen retains a bright red. That's what you have to show. This is a hiccup and a bump. That's all we call it at the end of the day. It's not a massive change.
I use the same calibration I have, guys, and a lot of people are gonna, when you share your calibration. If you don't have the UV mix, I can't share it because they won't work for you.
It's working here, and this is the white screen, so where's the problem? I don't see a difference. I don't see a difference. Maybe it's a slight little higher color here, but because the screen is darker. You need to do this demonstration on both screens, actually two screens looking exactly the same, and then do that demonstration.
Does it make sense? It will not actually work for you, so it's a waste of time, and your picture's gonna look probably off because of that.
Now see right here where the levels are darker here and see where they're lighter here? Again, because his screen is slightly darker than the white screen. That's why it's picking up the contrast level. It has nothing to do with its calibration.
So that's the reason, like, if I ask you, what do you have? It's not because I don't want to share it, it's because that's what happens. You might get the projector not looking good. There's your blacks right there, brother.
Yeah, the blacks are there due to the fact that the screen is darker than the other screen. That's why. Good. You guys lie so much on camera. It's not even funny. There you go. See right here? Because the screen's darker, it has nothing to do with the projector at all whatsoever. It's due to the fact that one screen's darker than the other. Just like Crow, if I take your product right now and I stick it against my screen being black, it's basically going to cause your screen to wash out when it comes to contrast level because my screen has a jet black surface attached to it. That's why. My projectors are not calibrated over here. None of them are. And yet any gunmetal, any screen I lay against that screen is going to automatically wash out when it comes to the contrast level because my screen is darker. Therefore, the same theory carries over to yours. Because your screen's slightly a little darker than against a white screen, you're going to be able to pick up a much higher contrast level than the white screen. That has nothing to do with this, that, and the other. Oh my goodness. This is why you can't go into those forum sites. Again, they'd eat you alive in there. Coming here with that nonsense, like, please, are you kidding me? Where do you come up with this stuff? See? Now look at that.
You might get your projector
automatically.
good. There's your blacks right there, brother.
All right, people. We had enough of this nuisance nonsense. I had enough of it. I burnt out enough brain cells on this nonsense already. It kills me at the end of the day. This guy basically lies on camera so much. How do you explain that? All right, let's show you what you need to know here. All right, so this is, we're going to put these colors in right here. This is the Sherman Williams. Any one of these are going to either match any one of his products one by one. Any one of these are going to match. This is all you need. Where it says color strip 235. Anything in color strip 235 will match every single screen paint he has with no problem whatsoever. Same thing with Partey. Will match every single one of them. Under Digital One Crystal Screen Paint, heck yes. Every last one of them are going to match our Digital One Crystal Screen Paint. Every single one. You have all your colors right here that match his products. And if he feels that we're wrong in this demonstration, please feel free to do the demonstration. We've been trying to get you to do network grade 773 cents last year. But this is what you need right there. Those are all the colors you need. Every last one of them will do the same thing this product does. And you can go in. I'm going to put these down for you guys. We got Cyberspace 773. That's SW. So I'm going to put all these in for you at the bottom, but this is all you need. The color strip, go to Sherman Williams. Ask for the color strip 235. Every last one of these will be on here. Every last one of these will match this product. No matter what screen paint he displays, any one of these will match. The network grade 773 was able to match 3 of his screen paint products with no problem whatsoever. I put the link up. We can go to get the link where you can get where you get the links where you have the screen paints. What we have them. I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of it. The links where you get the screen, the information, fake projectors. You can get the information on everything you need right from here. How we made the products using black and white paint, and over here how we matched it against network grade 773 without any problems. Painted it out, took it out of the container, painted it out, and displayed it, and everything matched with no problem. This is 3 of the screen paint mixes right there, already knocked out. Metallica mix, Personal mix, and the Cinemax. All matched perfectly with no problem. All the tones are there. There's no glitter in there. There's no silver. It's just basic paint. You don't have to worry about measuring how much black paint to put into it. If that's your thing at the end of the day, and that's what you want, then that's what you have right there. As you can see next to our black technology, you can see how much you're missing right from the door. You're not picking up any contrast. You're not picking up any color. You're not picking up jack at the end of the day. And then keep in mind while we're doing this demonstration, we are in a max out zone, not sitting in the dark in a max out zone. Like this is sitting in the dark. Wonder why he never put the screen all the way down. So anything else with the white levels, bright levels, and colors are matching the screen perfectly. Slightly, the contrast levels, yes, they're going to be off due to the fact, like I said, the other screen is slightly darker. That's why. Other than that, they all match.
Take it back a little bit so you guys can check it out. Look at that. See how dark it's starting to get? Dark, 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 just getting beautiful balance. Now, if I move this screen, so you're gonna have the full effect.
See any change as the screen's going up? None.
Look at the green. I mean, you can't even tell.
Look at the green, you can't even tell. Yeah.
Full effect. Look at the green. I mean, you can't even tell.
You can tell. They both look exactly the same. Literally both look exactly the same.
Look, I don't want to drag this video too much, but check this out. I'll show you something real quick. Pause it there. Well, of course, right now you see the black right here, you see a grayish here. That's what I'm talking about. So watch. Right there. You see the honey up here? It's the same as this, but look at this. See it right there? Alright, just keep your eye on this spot. Because the honey, let me take it back a little bit so you guys can
Yeah, it's the same thing. That's why you have to keep going back. So right here, there's a slight blind spot there. Look where the honey is here. Here and here is matching. Here and here is matching. Here and here is matching. No problem. Here and here is matching. So where is there a problem with the honey not matching? It's right there matching.
Because the honey, let me take it back a little bit.
And he paused right there because now he has to take it back to this section right here where you see it fades a little bit, but as you see the honey's matching. Here and here, here and here, here and here.
Let me take it back a little bit so you guys can check it out. Look at that.
So this one spot right here, you're saying that it's basically, look at that, but you had to go back to show that. So listen to this. We clearly made the mistake.
Let me take it back.
You can see where the honey is matching. Here and here, the dark notes are matching. Here, 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 and here. They're matching with no problem whatsoever. Here and here. So he has to take it back to show you the spot where the screen basically showed a slight little difference.
Because the honey,
And he goes back. Take it back a little bit to the one spot here where it shows.
See how dark it's starting to get? Dark, just getting.
This right here, the same color here, same color here. Nothing different at all.
Beautiful balance. Now, if I move this.
Same thing. Exact same screen. No difference at all whatsoever. All right, let's go over here real quick. I need to bring up the Sherman Williams right here. We're going to be copying down this whole strip right here for you guys. I gotta cover it. Check out a few things. What's going on in here? Now I'm curious if I go back, what I'm gonna have to remove for this one. Let me see, I need to go back to my other settings in here. I might have to remove something out of here. Let me see, I'm checking out something real quick, it's 14 again. All right, had to go back and check on something really quick. So I had to remove some stuff. My download stopped. So I had to basically remove some stuff in order to get my download to work for Tina. All right, so we're going to come in and we're going to basically put these in for you guys real quick because I'm past my time here. We got on any one of these screen paints are going to match, like I said, with no problem whatsoever. And as you can see, there's not much of a difference between the white screen and his product, even with the dark. All you have to do is just slightly, any one of these screen paints, like I said, easy to match. And to them, at the end of the day, like I said, if you feel that we're misleading this demonstration, if you feel that the demonstration we're doing is completely wrong, then we say back it up. Go in and get these products right here at Sherman Williams. The color strip is 235. You will have all the different blends you have here, and we can't call them mixes because it's just regular house paint. And feel free to do the demonstrations yourself. Now, like I said, usually what they'll try to do is they'll try to pick a lighter color versus a darker color, try to get a difference to say, look, it doesn't match. But as I said before, match the colors that match your screen paints and show us at the end of the day that there's a difference. If there's not a difference, if there's a difference in between the screen paints, then guess what? Then you got to win right there. Keep in mind when you do these demonstrations, we don't care if the lights are on and off, but we do care you have to be 13 to 14 feet away from your screen. We don't want you on top of the screen to oh, look at the difference. No, you should never have to be that close to a screen to show a difference. So when they do these test demonstrations against this particular product, they're going to go in and match each one of these screens to the color of the paint category, to the color that you're displaying. Because these jokers will come in and go, oh, I'm going to take this darker version and put it against my lighter version and say, no, there's no difference. Nobody. Each one of these paints must match. All right, well, with that being said, my game should be uploading very soon. Let me see if I can come out of this Zoom, because I always have a problem coming out of Zoom on my phone. I don't know why. My phone's got some issues with this. It just stays in Zoom. Okay, whatever. I'm going to get in here, and I'm going to check out my game, because it's basically going to be loading in a few minutes. We're going to put the challenge in right after this, and after that, we'll be good to go. Hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Thank you for your time. They should be doing these tests anyway, because at the end of the day, you need to know what you're buying. And if we do these tests against black paint, black fabrics, black film, and everything else, at the end of the day, we drop it at 1,000 lumens and so forth, and we can back our products at 100%, showing our customers they're getting exactly what they're paid for. They should do the exact same thing. There's no excuses. All right, with that said, gotta go, and God bless.